We back.
Hola.
Welcome to the Bigger Play where the rubber meets the road and we get straight to it. And we want to introduce the young lady that's been rocking with us in and out. She come back, she dip off, she come back, but we happy to have her back. Mrs. Gabby The Goddess. Let them know where they can find you at, where they can see you if they want to see you. Let them know what you got going on. Boom.
Hey, it's Gabby the Goddess. It's always a pleasure to be on Bigger Play. Hello to all of the people who support and watch and like and comment. And I also want to say, I don't know if that was a shot he was throwing.
No.
Because he's like, oh, you dip off and come back.
No, we love having Gabby the Goddess here. She back. We here full effect. But listen, we want you guys to know that we coming with these real topics like how we do. Gabby the Goddess back. She got this red leather on. Off the chain. So, right now, Gabby the Goddess, we're going to start with no further ado. We want to ask you a question.
Okay.
What do you think about a woman saying no to her husband during intimacy? Talk about it.
I think that if the woman was in like some type of extreme pain or discomfort, that her husband wouldn't be trying to have sex with her.
We know that.
But if, it's a feeling thing where you either feel like you have a lack of time, you rather be asleep, you're not enjoying it, you're putting it off, or you're trying to hang this over the man's head and kind of blackmail him a little bit. I think a lot of women, they act like it's a punishment. If you're married to someone, you cannot punish them by taking the vagina away unless they cheated and you needed them to regain some of that trust back. There is reasons why you remove that. Or if as a couple you all decided to fast, there are different reasons why a husband and a wife would both come to an agreement that you can't have intercourse. But to a woman to just make that decision, and when you commit to someone before Christ, you said that you're giving your body to this person, you're giving your whole self, all of that. So I think that if there's a week or so where you like just not feeling it,
it's complicated, huh?
Yeah.
It can get a little tricky because women be emotional. You guys have that postpartum, things like that. It may not even just come through pregnancy.
Then
I don't think it's just come through pregnancy. I think it's a part of you guys' makeup.
No, there's a difference between like a postpartum and a PMS, or like when you are going through those monthly cycles. One thing men don't understand about women is not only do they have a monthly cycle, but they also 5 days before and 5 days after have ovulation periods and different things like that's going on with our body, which our hormones are fluctuating due to those reasons. And I know a lot of times,
so why a man just can't go out? Why they don't allow his man to go out and do what he want to do? Why women get mad and they want him to be comfortable with all that and he uncomfortable with it, and you just said he don't understand and it ain't in his body? Why not just let your man go run rampant?
Women have to be better communicators. If we could communicate some of these things to the men so we kind of understand what we're going through, then maybe there wouldn't be so much miscommunication, because it seems like both sides want the best for the relationship. However, women, they react differently when they are feeling
I just seen
detached.
a guy said his wife ain't gave him none in 2 weeks. He said today he ain't taking it no more.
He probably hasn't brought her any flowers.
He said after that,
walked up behind her while she cooking and hold her from behind.
He said he is cheating if she don't get him none today.
On the neck, bring her some flowers.
He said he's cheating today if she don't get him none.
Send her an old picture of y'all from 10 years ago. You gotta rub on a woman's heartstrings for them to want to be intimate with you.
Ain't no guarantee that's gonna work all the time.
It don't. But if he's saying 2 weeks, that means you wanted some vagina for 2 weeks. And you haven't, and you have not put in any work to get there. So sometimes after being with somebody for so long, people do get comfortable. And some things is like, hey, I'm working so much, I'm tired, I got these kids. Sometimes women don't even know that it's been a week or two because we're dealing with 100 things at a time where, and I don't say that the man is doing any less, but I think that women's mind, we're always multitasking. And it's confusing, especially when you're overwhelming yourself saying yes to this person, yes to your mama, yes to your sister, yes to the cousin, yes to your kids, yes to your
But
boss,
the men
yes
say
to your
yes to all
coworkers.
that plus his woman.
But he's not expected to be the one with the kids, make all the doctor's appointments. He's not expected to be the one that come home and cook and clean and wash your drawers and fold your socks and
my
match
thing
them
with
up
that,
and stuff
I call
for you.
that cap. That's cap. I noticed that a lot of people would say that, but his socks and his drawers be dirty. The kids be at school for the most part. They ain't cooking and cleaning every day. It's a lot of cap to that. It's a good point that a man don't understand certain things that women go through, but that could be vice versa too. So,
and I think that we both have
saying
to
no to your
be
husband
empathetic towards each other. If you
for 2 weeks though, that's a long time. We got to stay on that 2 weeks. On that
I couldn't do that.
part.
I can't do that in general. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, you're attracted to them, you're around them all the time. So you want to be able to be intimate with that person, whether it's emotionally, whether it's physically, whether it's when you cuddling at night, whether it's sending the little messages and stuff, the text messages, leave it alone, or something like that, just to let them know, smack on the booty while she
smack on the booty.
You gotta be able to do things like that to keep the spark alive. Because I can't see this man coming home, smack on her butt, kissing on her neck, and say, "Baby, you look good today," and she not give you none.
So you better pay attention and deal with your husband during that intimate aspect. All right, next thing we want to talk about is a 36-year-old man marrying a 19-year-old girl. Come on with it. You said, ooh, you had to take a breather on that one. Talk about it now.
What I will say is...
Don't rush the judgment now. Say how you feel.
Back in the day...
No, we talking about right now.
Let me get to my point. Back in the day, men would come to a family, and it's always a mother and father, and say, hey, your daughter, she's 14, she's come on a cycle, she got childbearing hips, I want to take her and marry her. The parents would agree. This young girl would now have a husband, and he was a lot older than her.
17 years?
The way sometimes of things. And then a lot of young women, I'm going to speak from another point of view.
He's 36, she's 19.
A lot of young women don't have father figures. So a lot of young women date older men. These older men are acting father figure because they can teach them about credit. They can teach them about different things that they don't get that information because they don't have a covering. They don't have a father figure there to be like, don't wear that, respect yourself, do different things. I think that that's what men are. They're coming to your life as a covering and a protector and a provider in a way to help you and nourish you and grow you. I could say, honestly, that my relationships and the type of men that I have dealt with, they help me to grow. And in some aspects, more as a woman. And Beyonce said something similar. It was like, my husband taught me how to be a woman. And everybody gave her crap for it. And I understand exactly what she's saying. Because some of us...
19 and 36 is crazy. That's diabolical.
But
it's legal.
What about 36 and 52?
It ain't my. That's fine. That's fine.
But that's where they gonna be at.
That's fine.
That's 17 years apart.
Right, but that's 17 years later. That's fine, but that's a long time later. She's 19. So he married, which is a
But that means he's probably been
thing.
dealing with her since she was.
No, that ain't what that means. I ain't gonna say that. We don't have enough context to just start making stuff up. You know?
Okay.
Listen, she 19, he 36. Diabolical. It's too much gap there. It's too much miscommunication there. Now, if she was 19 and he was 19 and they was getting married, or he was around her age and they was growing together like what you saying, I think so. And I'm not saying that it can't work. I just think it's crazy because it's too big of a gap. I don't understand what they have in common. But hey, from what I learned is at that age, you growing to become the person that you trying to be. Even at 36, he is too, but I'm thinking he's much more advanced as opposed to even just teaching somebody something. He's much more advanced as opposed to being able to really just grow with the young lady.
Yeah.
But this is America. So this is America. So I'm speaking from personal, but if I'm gonna speak in general,
nothing is off limits.
Nothing off limits.
That I'm in agreement with that. I can't remember which state, but they recently. I already did read that. So I recently saw something saying, I believe it's either Mississippi, Florida. It's one of those southern states. It's actually LA. They legalized the new marriage age.
I remember we used to be in school. MISSI. All right, go ahead.
The new marriage age for
adolescents
is like 14 there now.
Freaky, we getting back to Sodom and Gomorrah.
They just changed.
You better look in that Bible, David Jenkins.
They're lowering the age range for children to work. I think they pushed that down to 13 or 14. So now they want the children to work earlier, to marry earlier, because the lifespan is shorter.
So I need y'all to put in the comments what y'all think about a 36-year-old man marrying a 19-year-old girl. What do you think about it? And would you give your daughter up to a 36-year-old punk? Chomp?
That's some facts right there.
No, it's America, so we all know how it's going to America.
You gotta think of it that way. Are you gonna give
you gonna grab that girl and she's 25 and you're 50? Make it happen. Now, see, once you start getting to a certain age as a woman, you can cultivate different things and you can understand certain things. That's 50? Major. 19. But I would rather a man that's 50 marry a girl that's 25 years old as opposed to a 36-year-old marrying a 19-year-old. You understanding the fact that she's still very young. Yeah. So much change in a year, especially now. So 5-6 years for a woman, booyah. Now, if she got a lot of bodies, all right, we on to the next topic. All right, let me ask you a question. Is it immature? Because I seen a young lady ask a man, she just walked right up to him and she said, how big is it? Is that immature?
Of course.
Of course. Ain't that disrespectful? That's disrespectful.
It's mentally immature because now you don't even care. You didn't even ask them their name. You didn't say where did you go to school?
The question is, should we bring back shame? Because people don't have no shame in their game. But it's America. So we living in the capitalistic world, fast paced.
No shame.
Boom, boom, boom.
So I've even heard something worse.
It's sad. It's sad.
A little girl, 6th, 7th grade. She's passing her diary around the class during the library time. Like, this is the book that you should read. I remember when I was younger, I had that diary with the key. Man, that diary with that key. I didn't even want my sister reading my diary, let alone my whole class. That's another example of people having no shame. And they put all their business out there and they think, and then when somebody gives an opinion about the business of theirs that they put out there, then they're so wrong. Oh, you're so defensive. But before you posted it, you probably should have thought, like, this is dumb.
Stupid. Stupido.
Yeah.
Stupido.
Think first before you post. Think first before you do some things that now you actually have to take some accountability for.
Yeah.
Instead of getting upset at everybody else.
Upset. First ass last, chump.
Period.
You know what? We just tapping in. We thank y'all for being here. We back again. We're going to end this one out with a salute to everybody that's following us. Salute to everybody that's tapped in. Please subscribe, like, comment on the YouTube page, and make sure you follow us on all platforms. The Bigger Play and our special guest host right here, Mrs. Gabby the Goddess. Okay? We'll see you chomp soon.
Pastors lying to the public, they ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, bootless, this city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a Civic truck. It's a bigger play, a bigger play. Death before dishonor is the only way. Yeah, I tried to follow but they led astray. Sorry but not sorry, can't trust what they say. It's a bigger play, a bigger play.